Yeah, there was no solid state stuff. I think I had the first solid state that I knew of with one of those TE amplifiers, and I bought that damn thing. I'm telling you, Richie, I don't think I paid 300. They're 350, 375 watts out. I don't think I paid that. Somewhere I have the original receipt. I think it was under $1 a watt.
More affordable. The guy in California, I think he got greedy as he got older. He wanted astronomical. He wouldn't send you parts. He wanted you to ship the unit there. He wanted to do the repair and overcharge you, charge you for things you didn't need. I'm looking at them right here. I got the which one? I got the 1452G right in front of me, stacked, and underneath that I got the which one is that? I think it's the 440, and then I have the 6-meter one. All the same, all the same. The 440 one only does 180, but the 6-meter and the 2-meter do the 300.
Right. They're all based off that same board. So you take the bottom off or take that heat sink off on top, and they all look alike inside.
The only problem I ever had with one was the sniffer board, the relay board, because I have two of the 1452Gs. And one of the problems was both the 1452Gs worked, but I bought the 6-meter ramp and it wouldn't transmit, even when I went direct to transmit. And all I did was I took the relay board out of the 2-meter ramp, put it in the 6-meter ramp, and it was working.
Yep.
Backup 2-meter that all I gotta do is fix the relay board. I called him up asking him for the relay board. He didn't want to send it to me. He wanted the whole lamp.
Yep. That white block in there's the relay thing, and nope, they don't want to send it to you. You gotta send it back. Well, now that's all over anyway.
He's out of business, right?
In the business, as far as I know. I can't believe he's still in business, but he was selling those things, the business bands and stuff like that, making a ton of money off of that.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, because they were going for like 7 and change the last time I looked, but I didn't pay that. I bought them I got a good deal. I got from HRO. And then I got the 2, the 6, and the 440 from some guy up in Maine, and I picked them up pretty reasonable. But the 6-meter ramp didn't work; the other 2 worked. So it was a good, I made out. But it was just the board, and I took the board from the other ramp, and it worked fine. So I got them, and I don't abuse them, and I never blow them up. Just make sure you got a good antenna. And the station said good morning. Hey, KC2Z, you are.
Hey, good morning, everybody. N2MDX just saying hello. Doing a live stream here on the N2MDX channel, so just wanted to say hi.
Oh, Mike, this is my friend Mike, N2MDX Mike in New Jersey. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning, everybody. Got their coffee this morning, relaxing?
I couldn't talk. I woke up, these guys were being bombarded, and I tried to get in on the other one. Nobody was there. I guess they heard the traffic and went back to bed.
Yeah, one of those days. Lazy Sunday, I guess. Sunshine, blue skies on the coast of Connecticut, 60 degrees.
come in here, Mike, I heard poor Gary struggling with these guys. They were on top of him like a fly on you know what. I had to get in here and clear some of the area a little bit. I had to get in here a little bit wide, a little double sideband wide.
You came in with the chaps, the spurs, and the revolver. Very good.
Listen, I come to a gunfight. I'm bringing the guns. I'm not coming here with a paper airplane.
And we thank you. Most of all vacated now, Rich. I think they're all headed to those other bands.
That's what they do. Once the D layer starts to set and they dwindle down on the contacts, then they go to the next band. The next band opens up. So 20, 10, 15, they're going to have fun. So you're good. You're good all afternoon until about 4 o'clock, and they're gonna be back in here like a bee's nest that just got hit.
Well, by then your buddy Dave will be taking over. TRX will be in here, and he'll give them everything they're looking for.
A rough night, or he went to the track again with his son? I know he does that on Sundays.
I would say he's listening in the background. I can't be sure.
It's very unlike him. I mean, with his ratchet jaw, it's very unlike him to listen, because he has to join in, unless at the moment he can't function.
That's too cute right there. I have no idea what he's
got to recharge from the night before.
Little early for him. Little early. Wait till football.
He'll be all cranked up.
He'll be ready to go, just like the cheerleaders.
That's only if Mama has work today. If Mama doesn't have work today, you won't hear him.
I'm not sure she does on Sunday or not. I didn't think so, but usually Saturday. Saturday is his big hurrah.
Sunday too. That's when they have all the sales. And, that's where you make your money on the weekends. Everybody's home buying. Remember, Thanksgiving is coming up. The holidays are coming up. You need that new dining room table. You need that new living room set. You're having company. You got to keep up with the Joneses. You got to let your friends know what you got. You got to show it off.
Oh yeah, did the same thing over here. Everybody I got new folding trays. Everybody gets a new folding tray.
Right, Mike. That's what they do. Well, the young kids today, I don't know. It's who buys the bigger house, and I don't know. Not everybody's like that, but I had a neighbor that was like that. Every time he did something new around the house, he'd have a party.
Yeah, I hear that. Gotta have an excuse for it. TRX, or you?
Right, dude. Look at what we got. I used to tell him too. I used to get him on the side. I used to tell him, Jason, what the hell's wrong with you? So every time he would get something, I would tell him, I go, so when's the next party? His wife would start laughing, like in the background.
Yeah, I just turned up the 5.2 over here, just in case. I've been down here for a couple days. I had the volume turned down. I didn't even, I don't know. I don't pay attention to it too much. KB1WY.
Hey, Mike, good morning. Listen, I did the same thing as you last night. We got to that frequency. It got a little crazy. I didn't want no part of it, so I kind of went to zip it up mode, and I kind of wandered off and did something else. I went back to programming on the computer.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Remember, there's a lot of recording going on, and I don't want that.
That up from here or on 75?
85, yeah, 85 meter, yeah, it's 75, yeah. It, they just don't realize. Sometimes, you could say, in the beginning when I was younger, I didn't realize either. I would say things, you think it's like, this is the radio, it's all fun and games, and, we just play along. But then, these guys start recording you, you're on YouTube, you're on multimedia platforms, it don't look good.
More than that going on, more than that.
All right, we got the camera all up. We're all set, Richard.
What are you gonna do? What's your review today, Mike? What are you reviewing?
Nothing. I'm just live and listen to you guys go back and forth a little bit. And if we hit some topics today, it'd be great. Other than that, that's it. Just relaxing on this nice Sunday. And maybe watch some football later on. N2MDX.
I don't even know who's on. I assume the Giants are on up here today. They were in England or Germany last week. Whatever's on the TV at 1 o'clock, that's what we'll put on.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan, so they were on Monday night because they had that whole thing going on at the stadium for Mike Tyson. So I guess they pushed their game to Monday. And yeah, let me see what games are on now.
On there.
I double with you, sorry, Rich.
Mike, yeah, no problem. I was asking, who owns the Yankees? The Yankees took a beating in the World Series. So, did they, is it still owned by the Steinbrenner family?
From what I know, yes. But the Jets are on at 1 o'clock.
He's not with us anymore, right?
The old guy, no. The Suns are. But the Jets are on at 1 o'clock if anybody's interested.
Oh, it's their turn down there? Okay.
They never fail well. I think they made it to the World Super Bowl once or twice, maybe. I have a lot of Jet fans at work, being in New York. And every weekend after the weekends, they come back to, this guy's there on a bad mood. The team lost. Giants are pretty good, but they're based out of New Jersey, right?
Yeah, it was at Rutherford Stadium.
Yeah, they both play
the
there.
Stadium, but I know there was no room for them here in New York. But they're New York Giants, but their stadium is over in Jersey. So I guess they're like a Jersey team too now, right?
I don't know if you want to call it that. There is a lot of Giants fans here, but there's a lot of Patriot fans in New Jersey as well, which is weird.
Patriots are good too. The Patriots made it to the Super Bowl many times. Well, I didn't even pay attention to sports as much. Boxing, I never really followed it. Only the big fights or whatnot. And even when this Tyson fight, I heard people talking about it about a month ago, and I really didn't pay it much attention. I figured he's old. I'm not gonna. I had no interest in it. But everybody that watched the fight said the girls' fight was better.
Oh boy, here we go.
I know it happens, and now the band is quiet. There's plenty of room. There's no reason for this, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Listen, the mental illness in America is a widespread disease, and it's uncontrollable. They got to start making more meds for these people.
Yeah, no, there's something. If he doesn't care, then he needs medication.
That stuff's too cute.
Practically every TV commercial, if it's not Viagra, right? It's a depression commercial, right?
I mean, pretty much. It's sad, but that's the truth.
Depression, Viagra, and the other one is, I guess, a complexion, skin diseases, rashes, herpes, leprosy. I mean, those are the three biggest commercials the pharmaceutical companies are pushing.
And don't forget about hymns.
New one, the women pushing that. What is that? I have no idea. What is that? Is that like another Viagra drug or something like that? Is that for men? Is that the girls telling the men to get it?
Yeah, it's they got the hims and the hers. Yeah, that's the blue pill for each.
It's funny. You would think it would be like, you would see older people in those commercials. And it's all these middle-aged young people.
Yeah, they're whacked out. Very whacked out. Let's see what time we got here. Almost close to 10. N2MDX.
KB1WY.
KB2 UKA, good morning.
What's up there, Mr. Dougie? Are you live streaming? Because I am.
Oh, no, I'm not live streaming. But hello, Mike. Hello, Richie. Hello, everyone else. You guys are all sounding marvelous.
Yeah, dude, your audio sounds great today.
You sound like $1 million, Doug.
And all I did was change the radio. I didn't touch the audio. This is the G2 mic.
Yeah, that thing sounds phenomenal, dude. That thing, if you touch it, I'm going to take your fingers and chop them. It's beautiful. Leave it right there, bro. I mean, crazy glue it.
Well, I got to touch it because my modified EQ gets returned to me next week.
Oh, boy. You still doing that voodoo stuff?
Yeah, this is the HHB Classic 70. WZ5Q fixed it and modified it. He's had it for like 2.5 months. It's finally done.
Yeah, that thing sounds great. All right, I'll pass it around. There's a bunch of people in here.
Oh, nothing. I just using the SM58 on the Focusrite, on the little Cube computer, and the Hermes Light 2. I'm not using anything fancy.
Well, you sound amazing, Richie. It sounds great. What happened to the contest? It just disappeared? It was what, like a 2-hour thing?
Somebody said
it's time to Gary say time to change bands.
I don't know. It was like a light switch. It was wall to wall, and then boom. The actual daily users were able to be heard.
Amazing how that goes.
I'm almost certain like a quarter of those contesters are the QRMers on all the bands, because they only come out for a contest, so they have nothing else better to do when there is no contest.
My skills were tested yesterday, Doug.
On what?
To knowledge.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted here. I'm reading something. Your skills were tested on what knowledge?
No, G2 knowledge. Some guy tracked me down with his G2 he just got. And it was, they sent him the radio, old firmware, old P2 app. Everything was outdated, even the Pi software. Everything was whacked out.
Well, mine could be the same way. I haven't even logged into Linux yet on it.
I'll tell you right now, if you just got yours and he said he got his Thursday, he's running FPGA firmware. I think it was version 10, I forget which one it was, which means he still has the voltage RF on the receive ports when operating CW. So now he's up to date. And if you got that, you got to update it right away.
Yeah, I will. I might log in later and see what I'm running. Is his name Joe?
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought maybe somebody sent them that wanted to know how to update it. And I guess he was familiar with Linux, but didn't know what to do.
Is his name Joe Ritchie?
K4JK. Yeah, I got it written down. Yeah, his name is Joe Bales.
Yeah, my radio and his radio, they were on the same airplane. We got them the same day.
Track me down.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna let me go log in. Let me hook a monitor up to this damn thing and a mouse and see what I'm running here. I'll be back in a little bit. KB2 UKA.
I told him, Abby was supposed to send me a file months ago, 3-4 months ago. He was supposed to send me an image for mine on a shrunken down one for the 16-bit eMMC chip. I haven't heard from him, and I don't need it anyway. I did it myself.
All right, yeah. Well, give me a few minutes here. I'm gonna let me log off here and see what they ship me, which is probably I need to update it. Right, these guys aren't in the software business, so they just build the radio and shoot it out. I'm sure we've got to update them. Let me take a look. KB2 UKA. I'll be QRT for a minute.
You got to update. Steve has to update. I'm up to date. I follow the whole thing. I've been updating as each advancement came.
Yeah, there you go.
Not that Mike, I didn't know what I was doing. I had to learn too. And just think how I felt. I got the radio July of 23 and couldn't use it until January of 24. Made one phone call. I never called them and complained about anything. I was dead serious. When you guys hear me say I chalked it up as a bad night in Atlantic City, I swear to God, that's how I felt about it.
Well, like I said to you last night, I'm on board for a smaller version of that G2. So hopefully Apache listens. I just think they would sell a lot more too, you know, Rich?
You don't need the 100 watts. The 100 watts is obsolete with today's amplifiers. But then again, you get a lot of people that all around the world, they're not using the new amplifiers. They got them the older amps. So they need that 60, 70 watts of drive. I hear you, Mike. I do. I do. I hear you. And, I got that radio turned down. It doesn't do more in the software. I don't allow it to do more than 20 watts max on any band.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 10, 15, 20 watt. Like I said, another Anon 10, 10E. That's the way to go. It's just nice. Nice compact. You can take it anywhere you want. And it'll run it'll run my Aries. It'll run the Mercuries. 1, 2, 3, no problem.
Gary, they're talking about the new Apache Labs radios and not putting the they take that amplifier out of there, that board. They could shrink it down, lower power consumption, and if they shrink it down, you could take the radio anywhere you want. They could actually, instead of they could leave it the same height, the same width. Instead of going back all the way back the way it does, they could chop that thing short 4 or 5 inches. Total back 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people today are using amplifiers. We don't need this 100 watt PA. It just makes more sense, and it'll cut the cost down, and it'll just run smooth with our LD MOS amplifiers. So it's a no-brainer. I'm sure a lot of people have told them and sent them emails on it. N2MDX.
Premium for that amp. Let me tell you, that 100 watt amp that they got in those radios, they're on par to none. They're better than Class A transmitter. I'm telling you that right now. That amplifier board that they're building, well, you just think what you pay for a 100 watt amp that you think is good, $700, $800. The Elecraft, it's better than the Elecraft amp what they got in that radio for 100 watts. I bet you that's $1,000 right there.
Yeah, like I said, it's all up to the user, right? I mean, it's all what you want to do. If you just need 100 watts and you're not running any amplifier, that's fantastic. Then you want it all in one, then that's for that user. But then the guys like me, you, and a lot of people that run LD MOS amplifiers, we don't need it.
I have a couple projects, Bank. I'm putting the Hermes Light into a project. Try to get the Raspberry Pi, the Hermes Light 2 in there, the 5 watt model. I don't know if I'm going to put an amp in there. I'm going to leave the 5 watts. But I want to shrink it down and you make it portable. And with a 7-inch touchscreen. And I want to try to get, I got the encoder. I bought the encoder. The problem is you can't make it too small. And the encoder, underneath the box, that thing's about 1.5 inches in depth alone. So you're gonna be at least 2 inches thick. And you figure if you get the Hermes in there, maybe if you put a low power amp board in there, which I don't know if I want to do that. I may just leave it 5 watts. Start out that way.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? I'm sure they got a lot of different things they're working on.
This way, I I could take it to work. I could take it anywhere. It could be used as a radio receiver, for listening, with a 5-watt transmitter where you could just take it anywhere, QRP, or plug it into an amp, but lightweight and have a battery pack in it. That was the other thing. I wanted to run like, because that Hermes really it hardly uses any power on receive. You're talking maybe 10 watts of power. That's nothing. I'll tell you exactly what that Hermes uses. Well, you got to remember now, that's going through a PS 50 power supply and all. So it may not be a true power reading, but I'll tell you what it draws from the wall. Wattage is wattage. So whether it's step down or battery, should be fairly close. I'm just going to unplug 2 power packs that are charging the Bluetooth speakers. I'll tell you exactly what that thing does on receive.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Is Gary still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here, Mike. I just came back. I had to move the car out of the driveway, let her get out. Everybody's getting their day underway. KB1WY, Connecticut, 62 degrees.
Very good. N2MDX on the Jersey Shore. And I don't know the weather. I should know it in about 2 seconds, though.
Well, I do know because I went out there and definitely nice. Nice day today.
All right, so we got 53 here in Toms River, New Jersey, and I guess it's going to go up to like 62 for a high. Not too shabby.
Yep. I think that's just, but this might be it right here. About as warm as it's going to get. Could get a little warmer. I don't care. Rain. We need rain. I walked across the grass. It was like walking on the moon. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
You know what? I got the computer. I got the other road running. I'm going to switch computers. I'm on the little Cube PC, so I can't get a power reading. Otherwise, I got to shut everything down. I'm going to switch over to the other computer with my audio gear. So let me do that. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. KC2Z, you are.
Roger. Was it you, Mike, that said the Jets are playing? Who they playing down there today?
Let me get back to that tab here. They are playing. Where are they? They're playing the Colts at 1 o'clock, and then you got the 49ers and Seahawks at 4 o'clock. That's going to be a tough game. Packers and Bears. There's a lot of good games today. Good.
I'm getting tired of a couple of field goals in a game, and I come from Ohio, and I've been up here for tons of years now, but the old Cleveland Browns, and you know how their record is, 2-8. We won one more game this year than we won last year. 64 years I've been waiting on them to win something. I don't know if I'm going to make it to see it.
Nah, you'll be just fine. Just keep drinking that wine in the morning.
What? They're bound to have a year where they mess up and win. N2TRX, Dave, did you come out here? Oh, he must be sleeping in.
Yeah, the band got quiet all of a sudden, like Dougie said. Seems like maybe the contest is over. They moved over to 10 meters or something.
That'll be just fine. I would assume they move. Somebody mentioned the thing was on till 10, possibly 10:30 tonight.
Oh, okay. Very well then.
Here and tearing up the higher frequencies.
Somebody just checked in, and good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, there you are.
Yeah, I got a phone call. I was on the phone with my sister for an hour, unfortunately.
Okay. I didn't know it's, I thought maybe you went up to the 2-meter net.
No. I was on the phone getting an earful for an hour, so yeah. Unfortunately, Dad's not doing good out there, and it's getting close to, the end, I think. So, yeah, it's just a headache. Every day I get a phone call, and we talk, and it's just like, not a good thing.
Yeah, I hear that, Dave. I hear that.
Now, you guys carry on. I'm just listening now. I got to get some more coffee.
Roger, N2SLO, KB1WY. Don't like to hear that.
Okay, I think this might be working better. Yeah, this one's working better.
There you go.
You got it all squared away now, Richie?
The big computer on with the Pro 2 Rode in the microphone, and yep, this one I got a little better profile in this one. The other one is the SM58 and just the focus right.
I just dropped the floor down on the AGC. It's so quiet. Gotta love the Hermes. It's just a fantastic radio. Yep, can't beat it.
I'm with you there. I've been saying it all along. Everybody tells me, oh, no. There's a difference. No, there's no difference. There's no difference. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
Craziest thing is you could take that little Hermes, a USB microphone, and a laptop, and you can have CQ field day all day long.
You travel. Think about it. A little Raspberry Pi computer hardly uses any energy at all. So efficient. You hook the Hermes up to it. No matter where you go, we go vacation, climb a mountain, backpack. You can take that thing with you and run it off of a little battery. Look at it like this, right? Look at these little radios that they're making, these SDR radios. And look at the software that they, I mean, S-Bits makes a nice one. That Wolf radio like you're talking about, another nice one. But are they going to be able to do with the Pi? Well, they can if they were to put Pi SDR in there. I guess they could. But the S-Bits is different. It's a little bit different, the design. And it does digital modes too. He put that in there. All these radios are great. I mean, I'm not knocking any of them, but that little Pi software is it is Thetis in a small package.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic, isn't it? It came a long way. N2MDX.
I gotta send you a picture, Mike, of the Cube computer, and I'll send you the link. I never did that. Let me look at my phone to do that stuff. And the radio I was just using, well, same radio, but the computer I was just using, I was telling everybody, do not buy it. It's junk. It's I can't understand why it's working. I don't know. I mean, I put special settings in there, for a low power computer, but it's not clipping. It's not doing it. Well, was I clipping before?
I didn't notice anything.
Is the DD5 low power LD-DDR5 memory, which is it's fast front side bus. It's the only thing, and it's a chip that's soldered on the board, a memory chip. And it's only running at 2 gigahertz. That's all it was running. 2 gigahertz, 4-core, single thread, which is equivalent to 1,000 megahertz computer. If it was a dual thread computer running 1,000 megahertz, it would be equivalent to that. But yeah, maybe that DDR5 is what really perked it up. I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my phone.
All right. Before you go anywhere, why don't you tune into my channel real quick and take a look at your signal and your audio? It sounds great.
Get the phone to get the internet. I'll be right back.
All right. Very good. Very good. I think we're going to need some more coffee, Gary.
I don't think so from this end. I am coffeeed out. I've been up since quarter to 5 and playing around, and done went through a pot of coffee already. Way more than I need.
Ah, come on. You got to get going for the whole day, though.
I can relax now that the contesting has gone away. It didn't really bother me too much anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this hobby is, everybody's got their own thing, right? You know, it's kind of amusing at times, but I get some people, wanting the contest. It's not for me personally. I like FT8. I do that. So anything close to contesting would be FT8. Other than that, it's just rag chew.
Yeah, about all I do. I get on here, say hi to some people that we know, and I don't know. It just, to me, the contesting just doesn't. Some people get grabbed by that. That's all well and fine. It didn't hook me that well. I just chit chat around town and with local people and anybody else that's basically not contesting.
All right, very good. We got a couple of people here on the channel. Just saying hello to them on the N2MDX channel, YouTube. I got Richie on there. I got a gentleman from Scotland. Hello, Scotland. Big shout out to Scotland. His call is MM6KHA. Very good. Nice to meet you. N2MDX.
Oh, Mike, you know who you remind me of? You're looking more and more like Dale Earnhardt Jr., I swear to God.
Hold on, I got to get into the pit stop, change my tires.
Yeah, put your race uniform on.
Well, yeah, you see a signal, Rich? You sound great.
Taking a look right now, and let's see where it is. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm an S9. Yeah, S9, right? That's pretty good, right? I think it's an S9. Okay, there it was. It was delayed a little bit. All right.
Yeah, of course you're going to get that delay from the, from streaming, like anything else in this world.
All right, excellent. Now I get to see the audio on the pan adapter. I doubled with you. I think I doubled with you there. So let's take a look at the audio.
Yep, working very nice.
How do you get those colors, Mike? I like the way you got the colors on the band scope there. I don't know the levels. Email me the levels to get that. I know I could put the blue, the green, and I'd like to get more colors for the different levels to indicate the different S units or the level of the signal. Mine is, the red, white, and blue one, the default one.
Yeah, what I could do is I'll take a screenshot, a few different screenshots, and I'll send them over to you. Is that cool?
It'll work because this way it'll show where you have the tabs at what dBm level.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'll get an idea and you can adjust it yourself.
What does the top go up to? The top of your pan adapter. You have that going to 0, 40 to get, to make it look bigger. Where do you have it?
To see the noise floor, you're saying?
That indicates the level of the pan adapter all the way to the right, left of the screen. How high does that go up as far as number value?
Oh, okay. Give me a second. Let me see something. I got it between 120 and 115.
Okay, it's 120 to 15. Okay.
And if you see, I got two manual notch filters on each side, just to notch out some noise on the sides. No interference, just to clean it up a little bit. I like to do that at times.
Works out really good too if you get somebody on the band edges trying to get in there. But no, that's cool. You're a master with the notch.
Yeah, it's one thing I love about SDR.
I didn't know it could do all that with the notch until you started telling us about that last year. I was barely learning how to use it. I was working, trying to get the pure signal right, trying to get my audio right. I didn't even have time to mess with that or even learn it at that time, and that was last summer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to use the radio, use it at its full potential, right? And it's got a lot of potential for sure. N2MDX.
You ever have it on in the past, or was always the Flex radio? And is the Flex similar to this, the notch and all that?
The Flex, the new 6000 series has got a decent notch, but not as good as Thetis, of course. Anon, I had the Anon B, I think it was, whatever it was called, one of the first ones that came out.
Familiar with the software from a long time ago.
Yeah. What was it? The 100B. Remember that one? It was like a trimmed down version of the D.
Mike, I don't remember. I had no clue about SDR back then. I just, I heard the guys using them, talking on them, Flexes, the Anons, right? They had the 100s, the 101, the 100D. Then it came out with the 200 model. It was all Greek, to me. I had no clue.
I tell you one thing, on the 101D, the radios that we had, aside from the atrocious transmit, but the receive, the VC tune, that wasn't too bad for just a basic transceiver,
That was the only function that worked. All the digital functions were plagued by the lag because they used too slow of a processor in there. Remember, that was a chip that had onboard processing that they were doing the DSP with, and basically it wasn't so much the bit, but it was running about 180 megahertz. It was too slow.
The problem was they wanted to get the radio out, to make money, right? Revenue for their Yaesu. They should have just held back on that a little bit, waited another year, and probably had a better processing chip to actually keep up with everything.
ICOM did. Now, ICOM, I think Yaesu went with higher bit rate, but a slower processor, and the ICOM went with a less bit rate processor, but a higher frequency, and the ICOM works fine. And what I came up with, the cure, well, the workaround, so that it would not distort or function. The problem was the DSP had a track with the front end of the receive because it was hybrid. It was SDR and analog combined. So the only thing that I could come up with, and it made it work a lot better, was I had to slow down increase the AGC timing. So it would slow down the front end of the radio in order for the SDR processing to keep up. So I think they had the sideband mode set at, I think it was like 300 or 240. It had to be increased all the way up to 740, and that was the fast. If you went any faster than that, you got distorted. Everything would just chop up. Then the DNR, on the DNR, they had it internally set to wide. I think it was wide, and and then I found a cure for that. Well, a workaround that worked a lot better, where you could use the DNR and it wouldn't distort the audio. That was I had to go to a narrower setting on the DNR, and it worked. So there was some glitches with that, and I figured it out, but it was never 100%. But the VC tune worked. That worked, and it did kill the receive. It would really attenuate the receive quite a bit.
Right, and when you use that in conjunction with the 3D pan adapter, that Spectrum thing, if you learn how to work that with the VC tune, man, you can get that thing locked on. It was pretty nice. So, listen, Yaesu needs to come up with something. Listen, if they can make a different version of that 100 with a lot more power behind it, it would probably be nice. And they have to fix up that transmit. They need to clean that up. Put some pure signal in there or something. I don't know. But overall, it wasn't bad radio out of all of them. The 5000 I liked also. That had a good receiver. The DNR worked nice. But again, nothing really comes close to SDR, as we all know. N2MDX.
I wasn't even harping on the blowout on the transmit. That pretty much is the amplifier design, I believe, or it could be the filtering as well. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into it, but I'll say this: the Apache Labs with those RD100 MOSFETs, even though they're low voltage, I would have never figured low voltage like that. The 14 volts would be that clean. And whatever they did, however they built that amplifier, I have to say that. And without pure signal, it is better than 50 dBm without the pure signal.
Yeah. So before, when you were running the, were you running Pi today at all?
No, I'm not. I was running Thetis on the Cube PC, and I'm on Thetis on my i9 right now. But I have the audio. I have my audio interface where I'm using the Rode Caster Pro 2 and a better microphone, and I was using the Focusrite Gen 4 Solo with an SM58 on the slow Cube PC, but both the same version of Thetis. A little different audio tweaking as well, but.
Oh, so you got the Gen 4. How do you like that Focusrite Gen 4? Is it working well?
Well, I think the Gen 4, I don't know much how the Gen 3 works, so I have nothing to compare it to. However, when I first got it and I loaded the software, everything worked fine. But the new software, I think it's called the Solo Focusrite 2. I don't know why they call it 2, but Windows don't seem to like it. Don't seem to like the ASIO drive. It's all the correct drivers for that audio interface, but it just cuts the audio down to nothing, like the problem that John was having. And I ended up taking I used the Focusrite, the control panel, and to update the firmware in the Gen 4. And then once the firmware was updated, I had to end up deleting the ASIO driver, and I ended up deleting uninstalling the Focusrite control and just running it direct into the USB, and all audio issues were gone.
Very, very good. All right, I don't want to leave anybody else out. I don't want to hog it up. N2MDX.
Tuesday, you are. Let me go look at what I was going to do. The brother in arms with their pure signal. I will tell you this, Mike. The Road is my favorite. Nothing beats the Road. The Road just works. I don't need software. I don't need anything. All the processing is done inside the unit. I just plug it in the USB. Windows recognizes it. Anything I need, it has the control panel. I make the adjustments. I just that's my and I like the fact it has a separate stereo audio channel for the RX2. So RX1, I have a stereo audio channel, and RX2, I have a stereo or separate stereo channel for the receive. So you can't beat it.